Hi guys, today we're gonna look at a very interesting car component, and this is the Clockspring. It sits in your steering wheel, probably gonna look differently for your car specifically, but the idea will be pretty much the same. It's in your steering wheel. It's to transfer electrical signals from the computer, from the car body or from the car computer to the steering wheel. So all we know the steering wheel actually rotates. So this thing makes sure that the electrical signals will be transferred through this rotating device and to the other side on the steering wheel. So on top of your steering wheel, you have all sorts of different buttons, cruise control, controls, some volume buttons and things like that, some LEDs, and also probably one of the most important device which exists on your steering wheel is the airbag. So these specific contacts, for example, is for airbag. So if you look closely, you have a whole bunch of contacts over here, and this one obviously for steering bag. If you turn around, you have pretty much duplication. So you have one for airbag and for steering buttons. So what does it do? It's essentially transfer these signals from these to these via specially coiled wire, as far as I understand. I can even see something through over here, and I think the name actually that giveaway how it looks inside, how it's supposed to look inside, because this is Clockspring, so essentially it's supposed to be something wound like that, and probably works in a way that you have a lot of windings, and that's why it's allowed this kind of rotation. So I think it positioned, I don't exactly remember how it was positioned. I think it was positioned this way. Yeah, I think it was positioned this way. So over here was the steering nut of the steering shaft. So you essentially unscrew it. You detach all this device. First, you detach the airbag, which was sitting on top of it, secure it. Disconnect this wire, remove all that, then unscrew the nut and actually remove this assembly and detach it from over here. And you can just pull. I actually put new on, and I secure it all back. But I was always curious, first of all, how it looks inside, and if I can fix it. So there's probably some kind of electrical problem. So essentially, like loose wire or something like that. So here we are. It was always interested to see how it looks inside. To get to it, probably don't need too many tools, because it looks like it's just a bunch of clips, like 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, and there is some kind of clips in the ring. By the way, this thing was all over here, some sort of silicone lube or something. I had to wipe it clean. It still have some leftovers, so in some little notches over here, but it's obviously understandable. Probably all this lube leached out of inside, because outside is pretty static, like only this thing is rotating. Alright, so I'm gonna take a flathead screwdriver and try to get inside. Oh, it's actually quite promising and easy. That's pretty easy. Okay, that was too easy, but now that's it. I believe next one is inside. So you can, oops, this screwdriver is not gonna help me much. Let's try to. No, this is not supposed to be. Okay, I kind of pop this one, and I don't know what's holding it. Okay, let's try to pull this one out. Aha, I see. There is a a lot of different clips over here, so I try to kind of unclip them simultaneously here on this side while holding it, and try to unclip this. All right, so here we are. So this plastic thing is detached. Now we have this interesting contraption, interesting bunch of contacts over here. I like how it's arranged, but it's still not enough to actually remove it. Aha, so this seems to be like separating, so it's probably separate assembly, all this, and probably it connects right away to the coil. Okay, I took it off camera, I tried to disassemble it because it took quite a bit of time, so it was really hard to dislodge all these internal tabs, so I had to use pretty much 4 screwdriver heads and actually kind of try to pry away these each individually, and essentially you would need like several hands to do that, and pliers. So, but essentially it's popped, and right away this whole contraption kind of started falling apart. So yeah, so here we are, that what we have, and there is also the top part. I will try to pull it as well. So essentially top and bottom part is not connected really, so I try to disassemble it as much as possible. Ta-da! So this is both top parts, but one was holding another. So here we are, two pieces. Screwdriver, come back. So here how it looks inside. So as you see, we have several like springy, plasticky things. I think they make sure that when this thing rotates, it kind of places it in the right. When this thing rotates, it places it in the right spot, essentially coiling around center. That's nice and neat. Yeah, it's like I don't even know how would I describe it. It's like rolling, coiling. So as you see how it goes inside. Neat, right? It's a good idea. Obviously, it probably cannot do like 360. Probably could do 360, but curious how far it can go. That's pretty much it, I think. Wow, it's still going. Okay, well, that's interesting. I thought by now, okay, that's it. It's not going anymore. So let's count rotations. 1 revolution, 2 revolutions, 3, 4. Okay, and looks like 4, and let's start doing some weird stuff over here. Okay, 4 revolutions, and now it's this start, yeah, kind of mangling inside. So 4 revolutions. It's a lot of revolution. I thought it's gonna do less. Okay, let's look at the electrical stuff over here. So we have 2 bend the pin over here. So we have 2 buses, 2 flex wires. Okay, one are thicker contacts, another are thinner. So I assume the thicker contacts is for the airbag controls, and thinner is for the just the buttons and LEDs. Also, probably some of them will carry some power. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 for the airbag, and 2 probably just power for the other things. Let's say LEDs and just LEDs, I guess. Nothing else there have any. At least in my car, doesn't have any more active components. So if you pull this thing away, I probably won't be able to put it back together. So I'm not sure. Oh, okay, this is interesting. This is just chunk which is mangled. So I don't know if this was. Wow, it looks really kind of all mangled on this corner, so I'm not sure if this is that is the problem. Okay, let me, for heck of it, I'm just gonna pull it out. It's all obviously greasy, really greasy, because it slides constantly. Okay, so that's one side. Oh, here we are. Okay, well, I won't be able to fix it anyways. I just noticed that over here, I don't know if you guys see, that's completely torn off. So, okay, well, technically it's possible to fix, but it will be too much work. I bought this thing used of someone on eBay for like $15, and I put it on, and it works very well. So, obviously I'm not gonna spend time and fix it, but this is very neat, very nice, flexible conductor, so I can use it for something else. Yeah, it's nice. Obviously it's insulated, and it's, I don't know, is it Teflon or any, what Teflon, I mean Teflon coated, or just to be able to slide nicely, just regular plastic, I don't know, but it looks really interesting. I can totally reuse it. And there is there is a thicker one and there is a thinner one, and yeah, I can just try to use it for something else. So what do we have here? So this is whatever has 6s over here, this is in from the car controller or ECU, and on this side, okay, it's hidden, and I don't know if I can pull it out. It's not coming out. Okay, this contraption is not coming out, but probably it's again a few tabs or something like that. Oh, probably that's why. There's this to cooperate. It's now everything is super slippery because of the grease. Those wires seems like they just stuck in there. Oh, I see now. Okay, so this is just welded or something like that, so I won't be able to pull these wires out. Hence, I can't really disconnect this guy. I have to like cut it off. But essentially, what's happening? There is two similar contacts, like two over on this side, which connects to this connector and this. Well, it's not connector anymore. I just welded stuff to it and to connector to airbag. So here we are. This is disassembled Clockspring. It pretty much exists in this shape in pretty much any modern car. Maybe like they come up with something new, but this is so simple. I think it worth keep using it, except when it breaks like this one over here. Right, so this one is unrepairable, so I believe I'm just gonna recycle this, maybe connectors or these ribbon cables for some other project. And you know, this is pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for being with me. I hope you learned something new today. See you next time.